When I was 9 years old, browsing YouTube, I saw a thumbnail with 3 colorful wolves, blue smoke, and angst. It wasn't just some video, it was an independent film, a movie called Wolf Song. This movie changed something in my brain chemistry and started an edgy wolf tragedy phase for 3rd grade me. About a week ago, I remembered this fever dream of a film and thought it would be fun to revisit it. I don't remember much from it. All I remember was bloody, angsty wolves, a crystal, and a sad ending, I think. But before we get into it, I have a couple things to go over first. I have opinions, and you don't have to agree with them. I have a small critique section after the summary, and I know some people will think I'm being harsh. However, Thunder Catherine, the creator, even looks back and critiques her old work, and as far as I know, admits that there's some spaces there could be improvement. Thunder Catherine stated that the story for the film was conceived when she was like 8, and has also stated that this video is actually her least favorite ever made and only keeps it posted for everyone else's nostalgia. So, I'm sorry for bringing it up again. Don't worry, I think we'll get even by the end of this. I'm bringing in my receipts from 3rd grade, so stick to the end, folks. Last thing I want to mention, go check out Thunder Catherine. She hasn't uploaded in a couple of years, but I think she still animates and has a lot of creative projects that you guys might want to go check out. That all being said, let's get into it, shall we? We start out with this evil wolf guy at the gates of hell. Cerberus tells him to grab 3 things to set him free: the Stone of Souls, the Book of Legend, and the Pure of Heart. Turns out these 2 are brothers, and Cerberus gives evil wolf guy some of his powers to go get the stuff. We cut to the ghost tier. I'm gonna go tear.
Alpha has invaded the ghost tier pack.
This pack of wolves. And then everyone dies. By the way, the big evil wolf guy is called the Death Alpha. Super edgy, I know. Some guy shows up at another pack telling them about the massacre, and then that guy gets killed because the Death Alpha guy wants the book. And we see some red wolf running away with it before we cut to these 2. Not everyone died, I guess. Little Mohawk guy and little yellow one survived and find this cave. They meet Ursa, a bear that serves as the keeper of the cave. She tells them that the cave is a place they train warriors and offers to help little Mohawk guy get vengeance. We then cut to 2 dogs running in a blizzard. They find a cave and sleep in it for the night. There is a lot of caves. White one is Alador, black one is Kara. The 2 are siblings. Alador wants to find their dad, Kara says nah, and that night he gets a vision about their dad, telling Alador to not forget him. The next morning they meet a blue wolf named Damien, and he offers to take them to his home, which is away from the humans that these 2 are trying to get away from. For some reason that was never explained. He takes them to the Barren Lands and introduces the 2 to his pack of loners. We meet Orange Wife Lady, Green, Lightning McQueen, Skin Color, Purple, Red Chick with Book, Gray Guy, and Yellow. Damien then turns Alador and Kara into wolves by bleeding and putting the blood on their heads. Gross. Quick side rant, there's something I'm still not sure of, and that's if the other wolves used to be half dogs or not. They all act like this initiation of sorts is just a normal Tuesday activity. Like, the green and purple one act like super nonchalant, like this has been done before. Anyways, Kara wakes up and attacks Damien because she thought he was beating up her brother. Speaking of her brother, there's already romantic tension between him and the purple girl. Okay, so in this next part, I thought the Death Alpha guy came here and started a fight, but it's actually a different red and black evil wolf guy. I forgot his name. Something with a V or a Z. Anyway, Z-Boy and Co. are here and they start a fight. There's some kind of rule that prevents the others from intervening, that being they can only fight one-on-one. But this guy has a sword, and that seems a little unfair. There's also more romantic tension, this time between Lightning McQueen and Edgy Earring Girl. Anyways, Alador actually steps in front of a snake for Z-Boy, and this is when I realized this wasn't the Death Alpha guy because Z-Boy decides to be good now and join the Death Alpha hate club. Our guys are like, okay, but we don't trust you, so you need to leave tomorrow. Important to note that Z-Boy thinks Alador is the Pure of Heart or whatever, and also this guy was spying on them, I guess. Purple and Kara go off to train, and she mentions some lore. There were elemental wolves and hellhounds that went to war, and a bunch of folks died. Anyways, let's jump over this big-ass tree. This is when we're introduced to another main character, Arrow, who's actually the little Mohawk guy from before. He's angsty and all grown up now. Honora also says that Kara and Alador have been here for like 3 or 4 days. Is that how long they've been asleep? No time to think about that. We have more bad wolves that are actually bad. They start a fight, they run away, then more show up to fight some more. 3rd time's a charm, I guess. We're introduced to this other evil wolf guy who works for the evil wolf guy named Cobalt. He's like in charge of this group but runs away to let them do the dirty work.
They call me the Grim Reaper for a reason!
Nobody calls you that.
Shut up!
Also, this wolf has a knife? Sir, where did you get a knife? No time to think about that either. The bad wolves win and take Alador as a prisoner under the impression that he's the pure of heart or whatever. Right after they leave, Kara and co return. Arrow gets angry at the new guys, but Blue Guy tells him that they're official members of the Death Alpha Hate Club now. Kara wants to get her brother back, but Damien says no. She runs away sad, and Mohawk chases after her. We cut to Alador, and he's taken to the Death Alpha. He says something about there being 2 wolves for the heart thing, I think. I really don't understand this part. First off, how does he know he has a sister? And when was it ever mentioned that the Pure of Heart was one of the dog's kids? Like, how does he know who the mom is? And he's super vague when Alador starts asking questions too. He tells Alador to join him. In return, he can choose a female and get laid. Alador says no, he'd rather stay in Virgin Town. The Death Alpha then proceeds to throw him off of a cliff and tells the other wolves to take him to the torture grounds? I'm not joking. Alador is then tortured. He somehow survived that fall. After they leave, this orange guy named Blaze tries to save him, but Alador lets him escape so he wouldn't get in trouble. Arrow and Kara are hunting. There is really weird tension, and Arrow decides to help Kara get her brother back. But first, we get a history lesson. Long ago, wolves were mindless killers. God gave them minds and emotions, but when they died, their souls had nowhere to go. So they made the Stone of Souls. Wolves were greedy and wanted the power from the stone. Using it made the souls inside suffer, so the gods changed it so that only someone pure of heart could use it. And the Book of Legends was made as a guide. The gods hid the stone and made the beings called the Hollows to protect it. 9 were made, each for a different element. Hellhounds were mad, they had powers. Cerberus ordered his younger brother to take a war to Earth. The Hollows were all killed, and the Death Alpha was given his name because he took the Death Hollow's power, and after that he joined the stone. Oh my gosh. Okay, history lesson over. Kara, Arrow, and a bunch of others leave for the Death Alpha camp. I don't know what changed Damien's mind, though. Anyways, Kara gets captured, put into a pit, meets a white wolf named Fallen, and she also meets Arrow's parents. She's then taken out of the pit and gets knocked out. Why did they put her in the pit? Flashback time, Damien is Kara and Alador's dad. I'm a sucker for daddy issues. There's an argument between Lightning McQueen and Edgy Earring Girl. Big shocker, she likes him. But she's also one of the Death Alpha's daughters, and he tells her to kill him, but she refuses. There's a big fight, Kara runs off and meets Blaze, and he has the stone. Does he have pockets? Where are the pockets? The two then free everyone from the pit. Slight spoiler warning. I don't think they freed everyone from the pit. I think they just left people down there. You'll understand in a little bit. Hold on. These two are still fighting, and oh boy, it's flashback time. Z-Boy is the reason Cobalt is a dickwad, and then he gets killed while everyone else just watched. They then go and torture Alador. I'm honestly surprised that our guys don't have popcorn or something while they just watch him. When most of them leave, they kill the guards, and Alador actually dies. Before he does, he tells Kara that she's the pure of heart and he's not. I'm not entirely sure, but I think Lightning and Arrow know that Kara is Damien's daughter. Arrow also gets scalded for literally no reason, and after that, they all fall asleep. Green meets a fox who tells him about a big monster, and then a big monster bear shows up. Arrow starts fighting, Blue, Lightning, and Reyna join him, and according to Reyna, the bear was a demon of some kind. They come home, and Orange Wife Lady has the same marks on her face that would match the ones on the bear. The white one also mentions that it might have been a shapeshifter, so I think she knows that the Orange Wife Lady is evil. Why didn't you say anything? They announced the dead folks, people are sad, but I'm more concerned about wolf pockets. Where are the pockets? Kara puts on the stone thing and sees her brother, and then she evolves into a winged wolf unicorn thing. We're also told that if she wears it too much, she could die, so that's fun. Kara then spends some time getting used to her new form, and there's more romantic tension between her and Arrow. Ew. Dude, he sucks. He's such a jerk. Like, look at this.
Keeping it close to me ever since Alador.
Kara, we don't have time for that. This is very important. With the Stone of Souls and the Pure of Heart, we have a secret weapon. But I need to know right now if you can use it. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and stand up!
Bro, her brother just died. Chill out. Anyways, bad wolves show up, and the two sisters start to fight Kara and the white one. I guess the white one wanted to be the pure of heart or something. A big fight ensues, and at the end, they take Kara as a prisoner. You know what time it is? I think you know what time it is. It's flashback time, bro. Arrow is bursting through rocks as a part of training. I guess his real name is Coda, and his other sibling was killed. Rat shows up with an obstacle course. After clearing it, he gets his red tats, and is now a hollowed and is renamed Arrow, and apparently has a powerful hollowed form he can only use once, I think. Back to reality, the bad wolves kill Arrow's parents. I guess they never freed them, and they tell Kara to wear the stone. Everyone else goes to a big meeting between a bunch of packs. Damien challenges the alphas to try and get help defeating the Death Alpha. A wager is set up that if he defeats the 3 remaining, they follow him. If not, he's banished. The blue one is his brother. There is so much flipping and flopping. 1 minute, I'm on your side. The next, I hate you. After all the flipping and flopping, they decide to help him. Kara faces the Death Alpha, our group comes in, and a big battle breaks out. Arrow jumps in to protect Kara, and he faces the Death Alpha in his hollowed form. The Death Alpha rips out his throat. More wolves fight. There's a weird kiss. Bro, this is not the time. Anora brings Kara the stone, transforms, spirit wolves fight, and she stops the Death Alpha with her horn, then rips it off her head. And when the stone is off, she's bald. The Death Alpha then takes control of Damien. Kara then admits she knows that he was her father, and he tells her to kill him. More wolves get taken over, Kara kills her father, and Arrow dies. The remaining chase after the Death Alpha, wolves howl. The end. There's an after credit scene where I guess the Death Alpha got away and still has his pack. Orange Wife Lady and Gray Guy were evil this whole time, which confused me because when has it ever been shown that the Gray Guy was evil? Also, I can't tell if this one is Reina or not. I think it is. Anyways, that's the end. Before we get to my critique, I want to reiterate that you don't have to agree with my opinions, and that Thunder Catherine herself looks back and critiques her old work. And Wolfsong is very old art. The colors are a bit inconsistent at times, but according to Thunder Catherine, this is because the animation took years to complete. I understand why the wolves are colorful, that's to make it easier to tell them apart, but it got a little bit confusing when the colors would change. The sizes of the characters also kept shifting, so it's hard to tell how big or small a character is. Why do some of the wolves have abs? Tell me where the wolf pockets are. A couple suggestions that I actually explored are the following. I'd make the colors a little less saturated. I explored both a colorful and more realistic color palette on Damien. I'd mess with proportions a bit more to have more distinct difference between the characters. The last one, I tried to use more shapes in the building of the design. I used Arrow and tried to make him more square and angular. These are just personal suggestions. I'm no art professional, and I admit this isn't my best work, but I think with changes like this, it would be easier to tell the characters apart and make them more unique to reflect their personality. Editing. Sometimes the music is just too loud to hear what the characters are saying.
Gotta get out of here, can you stand? Come on without me.
And sometimes voice effects make it hard to tell what a character is saying too. I'm not sure if this is an editing issue or a writing one, but the pacing is just a little odd. I really can't tell how much time has passed, and I keep getting confused. Writing. On the topic of pacing, things either happen too quick or almost for no reason. To be entirely honest, I can't tell what's happening most of the time. I watched this movie the first time while taking notes. I started writing the summary for this script and was so confused looking back at my notes, I had to watch it a second time. And I was honestly more confused. Some of the decisions the characters make no sense. Like when Zar was getting killed, all of them just sat there and watched, and after he died, they ran over a bit and saw the same group of wolves torturing Kara's brother, which resulted in his death. Did you all need to sit there and watch? Couldn't, like, some of you go find Alador and save him? The characters are also so hot and cold with their behavior and actions. 1 minute they're happy, and then the next they want to launch a missile at the wolf next to them. Their decisions also flip and flop with no reasoning. Why was the book important? It was never used or really mentioned at all. How was the Gray Guy evil? I watched the movie 3 times trying to find any kind of indicator he was. Where are the wolf pockets? I just don't know what's going on. All that being said, I think one of the biggest things Wolfsong struggles with is cohesion. Things are inconsistent, not just visually, but writing-wise as well. I do think there are ideas, plots, and perspectives that can work and can be interesting to explore. The execution just needs a bit of tweaking. Again, I'm aware this was mostly conceived by an 8-year-old. I'm not saying that all of Thunder Catherine's writing needs work. And actually, something I should mention is I never really got the chance to explore the rest of her more current work, but I'll assume that she's improved a lot. Anyways, something I've never really mentioned before is that I love creative writing and I love to analyze it. I see stories as puzzles being pieced together. I love sifting through stories and seeing how I would make the pieces fit. Now, I'm no writing professional. This is purely because I love writing and storytelling. So I rewrote Wolfsong. Not completely, like this isn't a script ready to go, just a summary and notes on the changes I would make. But I don't want to make this video too long. There's a good possibility I'll make a separate video about it. If y'all want to see it, let me know and I'll put more work into releasing it sooner. I know some of you are probably thinking, Lyrie, it's kind of messed up you dig up an artist's old work and poke fun at it. How would you feel if someone dug up your old artwork from 10 years ago and plastered it all over the internet? To that I say, that's a fair point, but I guess I'm gonna find out how that feels right now. This is my sketchbook from 3rd grade. The first sketchbook I've ever owned. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Wolfsong was the start of an edgy wolf phase for me in 3rd grade. And now, to make things even, I'm sharing it with you all. Enjoy it, because I know I won't. Second page, look at that. Oh, boy, isn't that fun. I think you can tell that Wolfsong influenced me. No, this is... goodness gracious. This one might be a little too scary for some of y'all. This is... something. Oh, just look at that. So cinematic. I'm noticing a pattern. A lot of these wolves have this S noodle hair going on. Oh, so I might be mistaken, but I think I was trying to turn, like, Kara's, like, special form or whatever, but, like, in an LPS style with, like, the eyes. Wow. I'm noticing that the hair is no longer, like, an S noodle. It kind of looks more like every other kid's Wolf OC hair. Do I really want to show this to the internet? A sad wolf story. Oh, I'm ready with tissue. I love the spelling errors. They really add to the experience. I love how the hair also flips and flops. Like, it's supposed to be on that side of her face, but when she's this way, it's on the other side of her face. Also love grammatical errors. That sure does add a lot to the experience as well. He looks so angry and scary. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, but like, where are the rest of the paws? There's 4. If it's that way, then where are the other ones? Give 3rd grade me credit where it's due. I remembered that there were scars there, so there's that. Grade me was trying her best. Okay, I was. Bro, what happened to your neck? What happened to your neck, man? Oh, I spoke too soon. I forgot them right here. Shame on me. Remember me. Babby, I'll hurt you instead. Another grammatical error. Cough. I don't think so. Cough. Answer me. Oh, damn, dude, he died. Oh, that is so sad. Oh my gosh. This is poetry. Despite all the spelling errors and grammatical errors and the lack of necks, this was peak. Like, where was my Young Writers Award? I made up for the lack of necks with this one. Okay, look at me go with that super smooth shading. What are you sitting on? Okay, go off, little me. Look at that. Oh, I remember being very proud of this one as a kid. Oh my gosh. The classic sun in the corner. Any artist's sketchbook, the last, like, few pages are all blank. So let's do something real quick. Sketch a wolf. Like, maybe just a head or something. No, wait, I need to make it edgy. Hold on. And I forgot shading. Hold on. I can't help but feel like there's still something missing. Oh, wait. Now it's perfect. In conclusion, Wolfsong is interesting, to say the least. In all honesty, I truly do give credit to Thunder Catherine for making this. It takes a lot of time and dedication, literally years of work to get this done. I also think it's really cool she's kept it posted even if she hates it. I can certainly relate with my old crap online as well. I'm sure that there are many other kids like me who were inspired by this film. For me, it was the first time I saw animation could be more than princesses, that art could be more than squeaky clean Technicolor horses. During this period of my life, I discovered that stories and the mediums that share them could be more. Is Wolfsong the peak of indie animation and storytelling? No. There's spaces that need improvement. But I'm sure that this film inspired many young artists, animators, and storytellers that we see online today. And even if we look back and cringe at our old work, it's cool to see how far we've come. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day or night and that you're happy, healthy, safe, and loved. That's all, folks.